Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, Mayor Adler, and colleagues for the opportunity to offer some final comments. I want to say good morning to everyone in the chambers, those watching on your electronic devices, and of course those listening on KZI 88.7 FM. Ephesians 1:4-16 reminds us to lead a life worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience. I've tried to live my life by this conviction and with bold intentions. This council began over 175 years ago with the intention of serving citizens. In the past, our city was under the Gentleman's Agreement, which had the goal of artificially reserving 2 seats to represent the diversity in our community. With the new 10-1 form of governance, we must continue to be even more deliberate in our actions as we are losing much of the historic diversity in this city. I hope the city will continue to be deliberate with regards to equal representation, not only in the makeup of the dais, but perhaps even more importantly, equity in our actions. The District 1 office operated with intention and conviction. Intention to truly demonstrate equity, to demonstrate deliberate diversity and inclusion, to put partisan issues aside and intentionally listen to different perspectives. I have tenaciously held on to my convictions even when it may not have been the political expedient thing to do. My intention has always been in the best interest of the blended family that I call District 1, especially those who have been marginalized, neglected, ignored, and left behind. That family contains many wonderful ethnic and cultural groups, a myriad of religious traditions, different political ideologies, a variety of languages, and different abilities. That family also includes some very stark contrast in the areas of educational attainment, income levels, employment opportunities, and health inequities. I have represented those individuals to the very best of my ability. From the work on a resolution addressing the lack of protections for individuals residing in boarding homes, to the passage of the preservation and rehabilitation plan for Rosewood Courts, which includes additional living units in an area that continues to change. I was intentional about collaborating with businesses and tech companies to encourage and connect them to the historic Black institutions of higher learning in the state, to develop a pipeline that allows city, business, and companies to recruit interns and employees at the 2 state institutions that were built especially for African Americans. And then, of course, my alma mater, Huston-Tillotson University, the oldest institution of higher learning in the city of Austin and the heartbeat of District 1. I was intentional about assisting constituents living far from healthcare alternatives by partnering with Central Health to begin the process to provide medical care and behavioral health care services east of Highway 183. I've been intentional about engagement and inclusion. Over the years, my staff and I attended countless community and neighborhood association meetings to connect with the people of the district who had long been forgotten by the at-large system. We were intentional about engagement, making it the hallmark of my service to this community. We hosted quarterly town halls and coffee and chats throughout the district's 46 square miles. I worshiped at over 100 different communities of faith in a variety of languages from Arabic to Vietnamese to make certain that they were aware that this council represents them. And those of you who know me know that I have been intentional about bringing everyone into the conversation. Something as small as asking staff and my colleagues not to use acronyms. This deliberate action removes the distance between the experts and we the people by eliminating the mysterious language that only a few speak. Because the business that goes on in this building is the people's business, and we should be intentional about speaking in a way that allows and encourages people to participate. I've been intentional in my mission to rebuild trust in government, looking deliberately at everything we touch, from budgets to contracts, to programs, to purchasing, to identify and create opportunities for diversity, to involve, engage, and encourage constituents to be part of the solution, always asking the question, who are we missing? My intention was always to bring my experience and the life experiences of individuals often overlooked and marginalized to conversations around public policies in the city. I want to thank each of my colleagues for their dedication and their service. And I want to thank my amazing and selfless staff, Genoveva Rodriguez and Christopher Hutchins, who we were on the campaign trail together way back in 2014. Beverly Wilson returned to City Hall to be the wind beneath my wings. Andre Ewing, our veteran, the voice for the district on the phone. There he has that deep voice, that FM voice. Sophia Williams came on board with the 2017 budget process. And then Alex Ullman joined us in August to help us get across the finish line at the conclusion of the land development process. To the wonderfully diverse community volunteers, over 80 people serve this city and this district on various boards and commissions. I thank you for your service. And then my heartfelt thanks to the dedicated, unseen staff who work tirelessly day in and day out behind the scenes for those of us who have the ability to live in this city, the people we never see on camera, building services, public works, resource recovery. So I say to each of you, the next time you're out and about and you see our city employees out there working in the heat of the summer or in the freezing cold, patching up potholes, please say thank you. Recognize the work that they're doing for us. And then to my daughter, Gina Houston, my rock, my confidant, my encourager, and my technology guru. She promises she's going to get me a smartphone before I die. I just want you to know, Gina, that I love you a bushel and a peck. You have been so very helpful to me through these last 4 years. Congratulations and best wishes to Ms. Harper Madison. It is my desire that you will delight in your public service to this district as I have. As I've told you in the past, this is an 8-day-a-week job, 24 hours a day, and I hope you're up to that. And then finally, to the residents of the district and to all Austinites, thank you for trusting in me, for working with me, for arguing with me, for laughing with me, and of course today for crying with me, for being my strength and constant reminder for me to work with intention. And I close with this quote from one of the most intentional leaders of my lifetime, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "Don't worry about being safe, political or popular, nor make decisions out of cowardness, expediency, or vanity, but simply take actions your conscience tells you you are right." It's been an honor and a privilege to serve this great community. Thank you, thank you, thank you.